wonderful sense of humor. Please welcome Mike Schryver, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Schryver. Hi, everybody. Thanks, Carl. My name is Mike. Hi. I heard this theory going around that we are most at our funniest right after working out, doing a lot of exercise. As you can tell, I have yet to test this theory. So we'll have to go with the non-having worked out version of my act, and we'll see how it goes. A while back, I turned 65. And, yeah, it's not as big a deal as you think. But I started seeing ads for this app on my phone. And the ad was solitaire for seniors. Now this, they have these targeted ads. This bothered me in two ways. First, they know that I'm 65. And second, they know that I'm single. And it got me wondering what other apps I was going to see ads for. Like Minecraft for the mature. Or Candy Crush for codgers. Angry birds yelling at clouds. And it also happened that I had an appointment with my doctor right after I turned 65. And he was way more excited than I was about it. He was like, welcome to 65. Like I won a prize on a game show, or like he was welcoming me to an exclusive club, Welcome to the Silver Senior Club, sir. Would you care for an Arnold Palmer and some Metamucil? And, he's gotten really blasé. There's always something wrong with me when I go there, and he's gotten he doesn't even, worry about it anymore. I went in there one time, I had a calf strain in my leg, and he said, well, how'd you do that? I said, well, I stood up. And he said, well, don't do that. He wanted something checked out in my heart. It was fine, it turned out. But he said, you're going to see the rhythm control group. And at first I thought he's getting me tickets for those people that sang Everybody Dance Now in the 90s. And no, it was just like another doctor, another set of doctors. I find that I have to be careful anymore giving directions to people as I get older, because I tend to give directions based on what used to be there. I'll be like, okay, go this way for a while, and then turn right where that school used to be, and then keep going, and then turn left by that firehouse that burned down. Okay. Get out your Google map, and when it asks when you want to arrive, tell it 1982. Okay, now look for the school and turn right. I'm not working at the moment. I was working earlier this year. I am now, as they say, at leisure. That's also not as big a deal anyway. People have different words for this. When I was younger and I wasn't working, they would say things, like lazy or slack ass. Now they just call me retired. And they're envious, They say, oh, I wish I could be retired. When I was younger, they didn't say, oh, I wish I could be a lazy slack ass. I talked about not working out much, but I do walk a lot, and I take the bus. I don't own a car. And there's some perks, there's good things and bad things. One of the perks is every couple of years TriNet Springs for a batch of new buses. And you can tell on that day they're coming down the street, and they're all shiny, and they have that new bus smell when you get in. That's great. I love that. I love that stuff. And they should market. TriNet should market this. They should pay me to market this. I can solve all their budget problems. They can have air fresheners, a whole line of air fresheners you put around your house. you know, scented candles with new bus smell, the smell of TriNet in your own home. Smells like fresh plastic and hope. I take the bus most of the time, but every once in a while I will splurge and take an Uber. And there's a couple things that bother me about taking an Uber. One of them is they insist on telling me something like, Paul is arriving in a Honda XR7. Now, I don't own a car. Okay, that's why I'm taking an Uber. I don't own a car. I don't know what a Honda XR, like I'm going to be going, you know, oh, well, that's last year's Honda XR22. That can't be Paul. I don't own a car. Just tell me it's a blue car coming. And that's all I need to know. And the other thing is the drivers can be a little annoying, but I figured a way around that. It happened when I was going to the hospital for some tests, just routine tests. And but I realized that what the great thing about having the hospital as your destination when you take an Uber is you don't get all the, so, what do you got going on today? You got any big plans today? You know, they don't want to know. They just stay real quiet. And it works the same way coming home. If they pick you up at the hospital, you know, it's the same way. You don't get, you know, hey, benign or malignant. You know, it's, so they don't do that, you know, works out well. And I've decided to use this when I take an Uber other times. So what I will do is I find a funeral home really near where I'm going, and I make that the destination, you know? They just stay real quiet, shuts them right up, you know? They don't want to know. They don't want to know. I talked about being injured a lot when I go to the doctor, and one thing I've learned not to do is, and again with TriNet, is to run to try to catch the bus. Something always happens if I do that. The worst time was a long time ago. It was nighttime and I was on Burnside and I was walking toward the bus stop, and I was on my way there and I could see the bus was coming. So I started to run to try to catch it. And I didn't realize I was at a curve at an intersection, and I just fell flop right over the curb. And I landed on this hand, and so I was laying in the street, and I took my hand out, and it's all mangled and, you know, broken, and this finger was broken. So, you know, I was okay, you know, I guess. And I looked up, and the bus was still coming, and I saw that it wasn't the right bus. It was the wrong bus. So I just like waved it by, saying, you know, no, you're not the bus I want, keep going, no. And I collected myself, you know, got up. Eventually the ambulance came. And I thought the guy was going to ask me about my hand. And all he said was, so, what do you got going on today? Got any big plans? Thank you. Nice try, Roland.